Hello and welcome to another episode of the Peelerz podcast where we discuss the nitty, the gritty, and the pretty side of stripping. Here with your host, Kruella Kraken, and I have...
Ania Woods.
Back again. Ooh, we are nervous about... I'm actually already sweating.
About this topic.
I
am still very unsure. I won't even talk about it.
She might not even say anything. Who fucking knows? We're talking relationships, real relationships, what it's like to actually be liking someone.
Getting into one,
getting out of one, moving on from one.
I mean, we've already talked about all that.
Yeah. Long distance. Kind of specifically with this one because we both are in the same spot and our boyfriends, soon to be boyfriends, I don't know, are in the same spot as well. That is not here. So, how do we even fucking start talking about this? I think I dropped his name last time on the podcast. He called me. So everyone already knows about my Michael. He's from Kelowna. We're official, I guess.
Boyfriend, girlfriend official?
Yeah. Like
Kruella has a boyfriend?
On Facebook, too. I'm just so nervous about it. Uneasy about it. I hope he doesn't take offense listening to this. I know he listens to my podcast now. Not the old ones, thank God. Please don't. But yeah, it's unnerving. Like, and his friends know who I am and everything, and they've, like, hit me up before, like...
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's
But I guess if it's a small circle.
It is a small circle.
Yeah. Tattoo people. Mm-hmm. Okay, so, how much do you want to talk about him?
I'll talk about everything. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, how'd you meet him?
Tinder. He came to the club, and he's actually the owner of the club's, like, barbecue guy.
What does that mean?
You know that... Our boss at that certain club always talks about the barbecues he has on Sundays.
Yeah.
It's the guy who does the barbecues.
Oh, like he's the one that does all the cooking?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
He owns a catering company.
I thought the person that hosted it cooked.
I love him, the owner of the club, but I don't think he's that talented at cooking barbecue for multiple people.
Okay, fair.
I think he's good at paying for it, for sure.
Yeah, fair.
Hell yeah.
He's like, I don't do this. He wants to entertain the guests, so.
Absolutely.
He's got a fridge full of all the goodies and yeah, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. He's a tattoo apprentice.
Apprentice, oh, it's not official.
Not official, but he will be soon. He's actually quite talented, but that makes me uneasy. The tattoo artist scene is very icky and ew and...
Does he know that you're a little bit uneasy about it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've told him lots of my experiences, and he has experiences of his own, his friends being creepy and whatnot, so... He gets it, I'm sure, but I don't think he understands the magnitude of bitches that are going to want in his pants once he's official.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
How, what is the quality of people? Because, guys get really nervous about that, too. Like, oh, you're a stripper, you're doing this. Like, guys must come up to you and hit on you all the time. And it's like, one, you're not necessarily wrong, but, the people that are never hot. So it's like, what is the magnitude of hot girls that are? Yes, there's going to be people that are hitting on him, but what is the magnitude of the ones that he really wants to be with? Like, if he's like, oh, this girl's hot, I maybe would if I didn't have a girlfriend.
I don't know. So, I don't know, because I don't see tattoo artists that way. But I did have a bunch of my friends from Showdown, shout out Showdown, came to watch me dance. And they had their little Showdown shirts on, and they had a few friends with them all covered in tattoos. And I gotta say, most of them, one of them was definitely handsome, and then the rest were very mediocre. And I thank God that you guys have come in multiple groups, so no one's gonna know exactly who I'm talking about. But there was yes, one or two were actually tattoo artists, but out of the 10 guys, everyone was tattooed, everyone was this, everyone was that. As soon as I was done hanging out with them and I went upstairs, every single freelancer and even 2 of the stage girls were like, oh my God, do you know them? Are they tattoo artists? Oh my God. And I'm like, girls, have you not looked in the fucking mirror? 2 of those guys' teeth are rotting out of their fucking head. And they have throat tattoos and they're going fucking nuts. And I'm like, oh God, what if...
Interesting.
What if people are like that with him? Because he's simply a tattoo artist.
Oh yeah, that is really interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't realize because I could care less. I'm way more about who somebody is. Interesting if they have tattoos or not, because some people are like, oh, I'm so into tattoos to a default. Mm-hmm. Crazy. I had no idea that they were that into.
They like the ones that look like criminals, yeah, I know. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, if he can pull a girl that looks like me, maybe he can pull someone hotter.
Yeah, that is also a thing where they if they pull a hot girl, all of a sudden they have this like newfound confidence that they can pull hot chicks.
And girls, like the ones who aren't secure with themselves, I see these girls, I've witnessed these girls. They go, oh, he must have something. It must be money or a huge dick or this or that. And they're like, okay, as soon as he's single, I want him. And it's happened with a few of my exes where like hot girls have like crammed to them and then they realize they're kind of shit. And like, oh, how did they get Kruella? Manipulation. That's how they got me, okay? But I definitely see it. I see that like a mediocre to ugly guy will date a hot girl and then suddenly hot girls will be like, he's got something. He's got to have something. Like,
fair enough.
So they might be after him. Who knows? I don't know. It's all nervous.
Okay, well, how long has it been that you like met him to like when you guys made it official?
It's been like 2.5 months that we've been talking.
That's fair. That's a fair amount of time to assess that and like be like, okay, I want to take things a little bit more serious.
Yes, and he acts very appropriately and he's been acting very good and he treats me extremely well. And that's why I'm so nervous. Is that like as soon as you're comfortable, it's either he leaves you or he's doing something sneaky behind your back.
That does suck because it's just there's no proof to that. Like that's just your mind fucking with you because of like shitty experiences. But yeah, actions speak louder than words. And if all you're seeing is good, then I wouldn't psych yourself out. Like I get it. I do get it. But yeah, if he's showing you good things, then you have to trust in that because he himself has given you no reason for you not to trust him.
Absolutely too. Mm-hmm. And I feel like if I did have that, like, blurb in my head and I was like, something's funny is going on or you're not acting appropriately or something, he would hand over his phone in a second, I think.
Yeah.
I think. And if he didn't, then everyone knows what that means. But yeah, I think it's too early to be worrying, but it's also early enough to be like,
I don't know.
And did I sign on to something too soon? And I was having so much fun being single. That doesn't mean I was sleeping around and everything, but like, I just really liked having...
You were trying to, it just wasn't working that
I know, I just couldn't sleep around and suck at it. I was trying, it just didn't work out. But it is very early, and I was having a blast being single. I didn't like having to worry about other people's feelings or what I said affecting them. I mean, I already worry about that enough with my job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, now I have to worry about it with another person, and it is a lot, but he has not given me any fucking reason to feel otherwise other than my own self-doubt. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah. It is challenging, like, going from being, like, in a relationship to being single. And, like, you think you want a relationship again until it's, like, it's happening. And then you're like, oh, fuck. Like, the bad things, and this isn't bad, but it's, like, the challenging things aren't always fighting. Mm-hmm. Or, like, not being compatible and, like, them cheating and, like, all this stuff. It's the things that's, like, I can't be selfish anymore. And it's, like, I want, in times that I want to be selfish, it's, like, you wouldn't want them to be selfish. So...
Truly.
So you have to like make compromises. Like when you're in a relationship, I think it's all about compromises. And they say like, oh, you need to find someone that fits into your life, which yes, but you're never going to find someone that you don't have to make a compromise for. You're always going to have to make a compromise for someone that you make that much of a part of your life.
Yeah.
Because it's also now it's two people's lives.
Yeah.
So
like, I don't know why, but I always think as soon as I see someone's like decor, that I know if they're going to mix with me or not.
Fair.
Because I'm like, how could I ever mix someone else's home in my home and be comfortable in it? It wouldn't be my home anymore. But I'm like, that eventually is going to happen to me. There's no way I'm going to meet a man that collects all the girly Victorian curtainy shit that I do, you know?
Would you ever meet someone that's willing to just not have their shit, like that kind of stuff though? It's like,
I really do feel like Michael would 100% not, but I don't want to dull his shine. Does he have his own stuff and likes his own stuff? Like you guys could get a man cave or something for him to have his own shit, you know? Yeah, hopefully.
Or vice versa, you could have that. You could have a podcast room full of your shit.
That's dead stuff. It's a cool room. That we call it the cool room. Absolutely.
That another thing, like, what do you think about people not even like when they're married or like being in long-term relationships, like not living together, living close, like maybe in the same city, but like. Maybe even not. I don't know. I feel like this is like
I love being separated. So
you
bad.
like being separated?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, so why isn't that a thing? Like, I think that you don't necessarily have to live with somebody. I think it's becoming more popular that people don't share a same bedroom, let alone I'm listening to more podcasts and stuff lately that people don't even live together. And they're together way longer. You get to be your own gross self. You get to be whatever, you know? Like, you don't, because like you want to be... There's a big part of me, like, I know you were talking about, like, farting in front of your partners and stuff, but, like, that ain't me.
Yeah.
to my partner.
Your poor guts.
I don't, my friends, I don't give a shit. I'll tell them the dirtiest details about my life. But like when it comes to my partner, I still want them to be attracted to me.
My ego's so big that I'm like, I'm so hot that it doesn't matter if I fart in front of him. But no, I think that might not be exactly true. That's
like, I don't know. Like
Delulu speaking.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. Like I just like can't, and I don't want them to fart in front of me either. I'm like, I don't like that. I want to be attracted to you, and I want you to be attracted to me. Yeah, I don't care. Like everyone does it. And if it's an accident or something, then that's fine, and we can laugh about it. Yeah. But I don't want you to be like, "Hey, guess what?" And like, that's disgusting to me. But my friends, I don't care. My friends, I do not care. Like I tell you the grossest stuff.
Yes.
No, we're not repeating it on the podcast, so you guys don't get to know.
No.
If you've been in the change room, you probably know, but you podcast people, you don't get to know. But yeah, like that. I can't do it. So if you don't live together, it's like you can shit with the door open if you want.
Honestly, that's what I miss most. Is as soon as he came over to visit, I had to close the door to go to the bathroom, and it sucked. But it doesn't suck because he's there, which is nice. But I fucking love having my own space. I love having all the time in the world to do whatever the fuck I want and not having to like schedule around someone else's schedule. And he's already jokingly like, oh, am I coming there? Are you coming here? Kind of thing. I'm like, let's not even imagine it right now. You know,
Aww.
I love my home and the way it's set up and the way that it is. And I'm sure he just settled down in a new place. Settle down. Mm-hmm. Like it there. Enjoy it there. We're in no fucking rush to do anything or go anywhere. So.
And you were always in Kelowna. Like, and the flights aren't that expensive. Mm-hmm. Like, for you guys to make it work so that you guys are seeing each other every few weeks, I think is good. I think a long distance relationship is awesome. As long as there's a plan to see each other again.
Yep.
Then I'm like, fine, because it's something to look forward to. I don't even have to speak to you very long, just as long as I've heard from you in a day. I'm good, because you kind of run out of things to talk about if you're kind of doing the same monotonous shit. Like,
truly,
you guys are both going to work. It's like, yeah, we went to work. It kind of sucked. Like, whatever. Then it kind of gets boring to talk to each other. So it's just like, hey, good morning. Hope you have a good day. I'm good with that shit, you know? Or like, hey, good night type thing. Hope you had a good day. For me, if I hear from you every day and I have a plan to see you, it's enough for me. And that the time that we're together is spent like in a good way, you know?
And it's really nice moving on from like unhealthy attachment problems where I used to just be attached to the person and want to make sure that they're always happy. Mm-hmm. And now it's like, I really want to make sure that I'm happy first.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just a wonderful feeling to be like, yeah, no, I need my space. I need to go to bed at my time. I want this. I want that. Like, I don't like keeping people awake by accident or anything. Like, I like my schedule. I like where it is and I'm succeeding with it. Yeah. So I just don't want to change that.
Yeah. And as long as like you guys are both making the effort, like he comes to Edmonton and you go to Kelowna, like every other time, I think that's pretty sweet.
But nothing is in Edmonton. Nothing is here to show him. I showed him the mausoleum and like...
That's okay. You guys can just hang out, right? Like you don't always have to be doing stuff, but...
Yeah, I just feel like I need to entertain, especially in that like new phase of a relationship.
Fair. That is like, I get that. I do get that.
Are you willing to talk about your man?
Okay. Yeah, we can.
Okay. Where'd you meet him? How'd you meet him? How does it feel about your job? Has he met your parents yet? How official are you guys yet?
Okay, we kind of met around the same time that you and your guy met, right?
Yes, because you came in the change room and you're like, oh, of course we're not dating yet. That would be rushing it. And I'm like,
oh, fuck.
literally was like official on Facebook and you came in the change room and you're like, of course we're not official. Like, yeah, that would be fucking weird.
But that's just like different for me. Okay, so for me, and I was actually explaining this to my roommate today. For me, when I'm official with somebody, it's like, I plan to marry you. Like this is very intentional. I plan on you being in my life forever. If I'm in a relationship with you, it's very, very serious. Okay. So for me, if like, even though I broke up with Tim after 6 months, it took me 6 or 8 months to get into that relationship. So it was like, yeah.
That did take a while.
A long time. And we were acting like boyfriend and girlfriend, but like, I was like, no, because I don't see him as marriage material yet. So for me, it's like, I take it very slow before I make it official.
Okay.
Yeah, I've said this to you before. I'm like, oh, I like a 6-month relationship. That's fun. And then I did it. And, well, we all know how that went for me.
1 year later, finally over. 6 months.
Yeah.
6 months of happy for 1 year of fuck.
Fucking misery. Okay, so actually, I was in Kelowna and I was on the phone with my sister. And I was like, this entire month I've woken up happy. I haven't thought about my ex. I've been doing good. I haven't been sleeping with anybody. I've just been so good. I deleted all my apps and stuff and I was just being so happy. And then I was telling her that. I'm like, I think I'm finally over Tim. I'm finally over it.
Yeah.
And that week I'm at the zoo and I see this guy and he's there with a girl he was there with a friend and 2 girls. And his friend and a girl were like all over each other, like really hitting it off. And he's sitting there with a girl and I felt like the chemistry was kind of off. And I was like, okay, weird. And I really wanted to go talk to him because I'm like, holy fuck, he's so hot. FYI, I should fucking show you. You've seen the picture of him.
I've seen him, yeah.
He looks like a doppelganger to my ex.
All of them.
They all look like each other. They literally, I have a fucking type. Like, it's ridiculous. I have a collage and they're all beside each other and they all look the same.
Yes.
Identical.
You definitely have a type, 100%. I've even seen guys come into the club and be like, that's Anya's type. You know?
Yeah.
Like, that's right there. The dark hair with gelled up. Like, yeah.
The facial hair,
the jaw, yeah.
Like 5'9", 5'10". Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The shoulders, yeah.
The shoulders and the chest. I'm a big chest gal. I love a chest.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, where was I? So the friend and the one girl were hitting it off and their chemistry seemed off. And I was like, holy fuck, like this guy is so hot. I really want to talk to him. And then, but yeah, he was sitting with that girl and I was like, okay, well, I can't just go up to them. Like, you know,
Hi.
It's not going to work. Even to ask them for a dance, like, no. And she had her back turned to him. And I was like, you know what? I am just going to go talk to him. And then I was like walking over there and this like guy walks up to me. He's like, can I go for a dance? And I was like, fuck. I'm like, yeah. And in my head, I'm like, you know what? I'm happy. I'm not putting guys before money anymore, anything like that. I'm like, yeah, I'll take you for a dance. And in my head, I was like, if it's meant to be, I'll see him again later.
Yeah.
So I take this guy for a dance. And as soon as I walked out, he was standing there by himself. And I was like, it's fate.
Yeah. Then he has the light over his head.
Yeah. And so I walked up to him and I'm like, hey, I'm like, I know you're here with somebody else, but I'm like, if it's not serious, like I find you super attractive and I want to give you my number. And then he's like, yeah, here. Like he gives me his phone. And then I'm like, oh my God, I rolled my eyes so hard, like to the back of my head because he had an Australian accent. I'm like, you're fucking Australian.
Oh God.
And I don't like Australian accents and I don't really like Australian guys. When I was in Australia, I found 0 of them attractive. Their attitude, their style.
A little hickish, a little like, I don't know, little Albertan almost, you know?
I'm not a fan of Australian accents or Australian men as a whole. Like, I had yet to meet a good one that I liked. So I thought they were all pigs and yeah, I just hated them.
Yeah.
So I like rolled my eyes and he's like, how did you know I'm Australian? And I was like, I spent a good chunk of time there. And so we kind of chatted a little bit and this girl's in the bathroom. So I'm like, you better hurry up and put your fucking number in your phone because,
were they on a date?
No, they were like kind of seeing each other, like, but not after talking to him later. He was like, I'd met her in Calgary and he's like, I'd slept with her a couple times. And then, when we moved to Kelowna, she had moved to Kelowna too. So they just knew each other and like, yeah, they were still kind of seeing each other, but
nothing serious.
It was nothing serious.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But he has nothing but good things to say about her.
Love that.
Yeah. He's very, very good guy. Anyway, I'm like sweating because I'm like, this girl's gonna fucking come out and I'm talking to her dude.
I know.
Yeah.
Like,
so,
good
and
for,
I
good
feel
for you
very
for going up
shady.
whatever you want, but oh my God.
I know.
I
I was like, fuck, I feel like a fucking asshole. And yeah, anyway, I kind of roasted him about being Australian. I'm like, well, you're hot enough. I'll still put my number in your phone.
He is hot. He's got the silver hair on the side.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
Yeah. And then, yeah, we went boating and, honestly, like I fell for him pretty much immediately. Like I knew, I was like, this guy's dangerous for me. Like I really like him.
Do you know how he feels about you now?
Yeah.
It's been a few weeks, right?
It's been a few months.
Yeah?
Yeah, 2.5, because we met around the same time.
Yeah. So how does he feel about you?
Honestly, I think he feels the same way about me. Like
You think? You haven't had a talk?
Well, but like, I don't want to put words in his mouth. Like he has definitely expressed that he has feelings for me and that he really likes me and everything.
He obviously does. Obviously, because like he invited you to like a trip in Soyuz and stuff like that. Like, who would do that? Who would want to willingly spend that much time with just a fuck buddy? Or just someone they see as just that. Like, there's no fucking way that someone would want to spend that much time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't touched a door handle since I met him. Like, opens every door for me.
What's his sign?
Sagittarius.
Okay.
I am a Sagittarius rising, though.
Okay.
So, with fire. He's really fun. Like, really, really fun. I was thinking about this on the way here. I was like, what are the qualities in him that I like? Because obviously, aesthetically, I think he's super hot. And I do like his accent. I know I just shit-talked Australian accents, but I love his accent because it's not strong.
Okay.
My roommate is like, his accent is so strong.
I think it's so strong. Whenever, like, I hear his voice on your phone, I'm like, that's 100% him.
Yeah, but I don't think it's that strong because I've heard strong Australian accents and his isn't it.
It's not fake.
Yeah, like it's not. It doesn't sound like redneck. But he grew up in a city, so yeah.
Okay.
Where was I with this? Okay, I was thinking about like the qualities that I like in him, and he's fun. I love how fun he is, and I love how fun I am with him. I'm so excited to be myself, and like I feel like I always have a smile on my face. I'm not.
He planned a whole trip for you and everything. Like that is so refreshing to hear. Because like you've had some exes that just didn't give a shit.
No, they're just like either go with the flow or like they make you plan shit. Like, you know.
That's annoying.
Yeah, he plans everything. He's so well planned. He makes reservations. He wants to take me to nice places, but also down to go to like dive bars and stuff. Yeah, he's so fun. That's one of the qualities I really like in him. He listens to me and he remembers. And then remember how I said I'm like, oh, like I like deep talks and stuff. Like he's so willing to like, you know, talk about like his like shit and like me too, and I like that, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, and I like how honest we are with each other. Like we've been like super honest with each other lately, and yeah, like I don't feel like
it's gonna go somewhere.
I do. So the only reason that I don't think it is literally because he's not from here, and he doesn't have a permanent resident. He's not a permanent resident.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So
how long is he welcome here?
So right now his visa is up in December. Yeah.
But you can go there, right?
I sure can, but like, fuck, man.
And then how long until he's welcome back?
So he can renew for a year, hopefully, and then he can apply for his PR. So he's trying to apply for his PR right now.
PR is
permanent resident.
Okay.
So the way he was explaining it to me, if I can even remember it properly, is like there's points to apply for permanent residence. So it's very interesting. So there's like, it's little, like you can apply for it based on different sectors. And people that know a second language have more points. People that have graduated certain degrees have more points. Graduated high school in general have more points.
Okay.
There's all sorts of different things. If you're working in different provinces, like Alberta has more, you'll have more points if you're applying for like an Alberta thing versus like a BC thing, because BC is more crowded than Alberta. Like if you want to live in Saskatchewan. Remember, do you ever realize like how many people that are not from Canada and they're like moved to Saskatchewan? You're like, why the fuck did you go to Saskatchewan of all places? It's because they could move there because of
get points.
Yes, because that's where they're applying for PR.
Okay.
So right now, and then, so to apply for different PRs, they'll be like, your number needs to be 500 and above. And so some of them are like 700. And he doesn't have like the highest because like he only knows one language. Like he went to like trade school, like, you know, so it's like great guy. Don't get me wrong. But like compared to someone that's, you know, can speak 5 different languages and, you know, had a really wealthy upbringing and went to doctorate school, they're going to have like a 900 score, right?
That is wild.
So they're going to get the PR before him.
But what if he marries you?
Green
card.
I'm not going to go too much into his life, but I don't know if he could.
My guy's from the States too, and I'm like,
oh, really?
That's a little bit of a like, ooh, I could have a green card, but also, what the fuck does the States have to offer to me right now? other than like traveling without getting stopped at the border. But even with the green card, they'd still stop me and look through all my paperwork and anyway. So
yeah,
who fucking knows?
But I mean, if I had a good support system, I'm not opposed to moving to Australia, but it's just also something that I don't want to like look that far ahead because we're not even in a official relationship yet, right?
Yeah.
But like if we were, that's the thing. If I were to make things official with him, it's like I have to actually consider that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like we live in 2 different countries.
Moving.
But that's why I'm taking it like I really, really like him, but there is also just like it's crazy to think like we have to have a deep think about this, you know?
A lot to consider.
It's a lot to consider. Like I do not want to be in a relationship with someone that I want to break up with. Like I don't.
Future, yeah.
Obviously, we've gotten to a point where we'd have to have a conversation and end things, but like as I said, when I'm in a relationship with somebody, I picture marrying them. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's almost like a pre-dating to dating.
Yes.
Pre-relationship to a relationship. So
that's so intense.
Yeah, I am very, very intense with relationships.
But the whole situation in general is also intense. Because imagine meeting someone and falling like head over heels, and then it's like, hey, we have a deadline, and then things need to be considered very serious, or you need to start like letting go of things now because like December's not that far away.
No. And I think he will be able to renew for another year because the job that he has can renew it for him, basically.
Is that easy in Canada to do that whole? I know if you do the States, you have to be there for like 6 months and then come back or some shit.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, you'd have to like cross and like to reactivate your visa, which might be a thing.
Yeah.
But the job that he came over with is an Australian company, I think, because like I went to a work party with him and they were all Australian. Like everyone that works there is Australian. They all work in Canada, but they are all Australian.
Okay. So, I like that accent. So.
And they did all the processing for his visa and stuff, so he didn't really have to do much. But yeah, he's trying to get a PR so that he can work wherever he wants. He can do whatever he wants. He's not restricted to the same company. But if all else fails, he's like, I'll sign on again for another year.
I feel like Canada, and I don't know much about Canada, so please don't come at me, is very open and easy for immigrants of any kind.
Yeah, I don't really know. I'm not really sure how easy it is, but as I said, it's based on like a point system, so that helps a lot. I'm
sure having no criminal record and all that shit will definitely help, and he doesn't seem like the type.
No, he doesn't.
Like, I don't know. That gray hair could be for a reason. Yeah. No, he seems like he definitely makes you happy. That's very exciting.
Yeah, there was a point in time where I've heard other people be like, I'm scared to fall for you because I don't want to get hurt. And I'm like, oh, whatever. Like, that's so stupid. But I felt that. I was like, I'm scared to get my heart broken again. But now I've like talked to myself and been like, you know what? Even though it hurt so bad for a whole fucking year, this feeling of falling in love again is like so incredible. I'm willing to risk it again.
Does it feel different than from the last time with Tim?
Yeah.
Does it feel like it's happening? It to me, from being around you, it seems like it's almost easier and faster than with Tim. It seemed very slow and like almost like you had to convince you.
Yeah.
But not even be convinced. It's just like you had to like make up that. But now it seems like.
That might be though because when I met Tim, I had just broken up with Justin.
True. You might have, no rushing it. So.
Yeah. So it's like I've been single for over a year when I met my guy. So.
Mm-hmm. Does it feel different at all? Does it feel new or scary?
It feels like familiar, but new. Like, you know, it's like, it does feel, but the familiarity is like a comfort thing. It's like, you feel like you fit with me.
Has he met your family?
Yeah, he did actually. It was a bit soon, but we wanted to go to the hockey game together. So,
oh, fun! Yeah, that was cool.
So we went to the fourth game, and we're like, oh, we're really gonna, because he's like, I want this Canadian, once in a lifetime Canadian experience to see them play, and he's a big Oilers fan. So we went to the 4 game, and it was amazing because we're like, oh, we'll probably see the Stanley Cup get rose, which would be a cool thing to see anyway. But our expectations was Florida was going to win.
Yeah.
And then Oilers just annihilated, and we were there for it, and that was such a cool game to have been at. But yeah, my mom picked us up, and then it was my sister's birthday, so she took us out to my sister's birthday. So yeah, he got to meet the whole fam, and then we were just at the Stampede together, the Calgary Stampede. And
he came to the Stampede?
Yeah, he stayed with me like the whole time with my sisters.
Oh,
Yeah.
Adorable.
You haven't seen my pictures on Insta?
No, I think I did. I just haven't creeped all the way through.
You know what? You have to go on my personal Insta. I
Oh.
have pictures with him on my personal Insta.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I only have the stripper one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just know I seen you guys at Blondie's, and I was like, how the fuck did I miss you guys? Because like, yeah, it was busy, but it also wasn't that.
It was
busy.
dead when we dropped in. I said we were there early though, so
Yeah. If Jolene was on, I was just about to get on stage then, so I was probably getting ready.
Yeah.
I followed her all week. I'll follow her anytime. Yeah. What did he think of the Stampede? Was it his first Stampede?
It wasn't his first because he actually lived in Calgary for 18 months before moving to Kelowna, so he's new to Kelowna.
Okay.
Yeah, so
But he's not new to Alberta.
no.
That's nice.
Loves Alberta. He's such an Alberta fan. Like, he got the whole get up to the Calgary Stampede. He's got the boots and a hat and like, oh, yeah, he's so cute. But yeah, he did like the whole 10 days the first year.
I could barely handle that week.
I know.
It was
But when you live there, I think it's different. And like all your friends are going, so you just get like peer pressured. And you're like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cute. Aw. No, I do remember seeing you on someone's shoulders, but their face was blurry.
Yeah, I was blurry too, but yeah, that was
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's him because I seen the gray hair. That's all I really remember. I just imagine like any of your exes with gray hair, and I'm like, I'd recognize him on the street, 100%.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, yes, that's her type, 100%. As soon as you showed me the picture, I'm like,
That was really
Yeah.
cute too, because I can't see anything in those crowds. Like I just see like backs. And he's like, do you want to go on my shoulders? And I was like, no, it's okay. And then he's like,
you're so short.
and he's like, I want to put you on my shoulders. I'm like, okay. And then when they lifted me up, I was like, this is incredible. This is what people see. I was like, this is nuts. No
You're just so
wonder.
used to shoulders being like, or
You
concerts
just-
being shoulders.
Just shoulders, and I get to hear the music, and then like some lights flashing I can see up ahead, and then when I seen above everybody, I'm like, this is incredible.
I am God.
Yeah, dude, it was overwhelming. I was like, I'm gonna tear up.
You already cry so much at concerts. That's
Oh
adorable.
God, I do cry at concerts so much. That's so much. And on the Tuesday, Roxy and I, and Harmony, we met up with Harmony too.
Hell yeah.
We went to Nate Smith and Bailey Zimmerman, and we got there really early so that we could get a good spot. And so we got to sit on the railing, so I actually got to see a lot. But like, to go from seeing shoulders to above everything was just incredible. Incredible.
That's so cute. Yeah. What did your sisters think? What did your friends think? Did anyone have any like, oh, watch out feelings?
My mom said the worst thing. Oh my God. It had nothing to do with him. And my mom is just always attached to whoever I was previously dating. So I was like,
So she's obsessed with Tim?
so I go,
He's not Tim. throws her
so I
beer
say,
against the wall.
I really hope my guy's not listening to this. Especially because like right before I came here, I dropped him off at the airport, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to talk about you on the podcast. I think you're going to be.
Instantly sits down. So his name's Mike.
And I told him, I didn't say his name on
his
here.
name's George. My guy's name is Mike. That's why I said it.
Yeah. Mike squared. Where was I going with this? I told him, I'm like, I'm not going to talk about you. It's like going to be like off limits because I don't want to jinx it. But whatever. You guys are used to me being super raw on this podcast. So if it doesn't work out, I'll be crying again.
Next podcast,
It'll be
we're
nothing
both
to be crying.
sobbing.
Anyway, so my mom, I was like, so mom, what did you think of him? And she goes, well, I did like what I met of him. I didn't get to meet much of him because I just drove you guys from the Rogers to your sister's birthday. She's like, I don't know. I just don't think that you and Tim are done. And I'm like, come on, like, fuck off. Yes, we are. I'm like, that ship sailed long before I was
And
on
don't
it.
stop filling your head with the Lulu stuff, man. Like, it's,
Yeah, man, this
it's
is a fairy tale.
It's hard enough to get over someone, especially with like the people around you being like, "Oh, it might happen again."
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off. And I'm finally happy without him, and then I'm finally happy, like, moving on. Like, what?
That's
But
kinda funny.
But she was like that with, like, when I first brought Tim around. She's like, was wary of him and whatever, and like everything. And I was like, I don't care. I don't really care I'll ask them. But unless they hate him, I'm just like, I know what's good for me. So, yeah. But yeah, they were like the same thing when I brought Tim around, because they were still like heartbroken over Justin. And then when they really fell in love with Tim, like, yeah.
It's hard because you and Justin were together for so long, and it's the same with me and Danny. When we broke up, my mom was still friends with him. My best friends are still, like, Olympia and Jordan are still friends with him. They were invited to his wedding and stuff like that, you know? So it's weird because the relationships that you build within that relationship, they're not going to break off when you break off.
Yeah, totally. It took my family a long time to get over that, also because I never really gave them any hints that things weren't working between Justin and I. I was just like, randomly, I was like, we broke up, and they're all like, what? Everyone was shocked, I think.
Yeah, it was, because, like, you came to us and were like, I don't know if I should. And we're like, sounds like you've already made up your mind. And then within a few days, it was just
boom,
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy, right? Never been happier.
Truly, yes. I can see that very obviously. That's crazy. Oh, okay. There's so many exciting things. Does he know about Stripper Olympics? Is he coming?
Okay, so he thinks Stripper Olympics is crazy. He's like, this is so cool. He loves how passionate I am about my job, but he does ask me. So this is like one red flag. He does ask me a lot what I'm going to do after. He's like, yeah, he's like, what are you going to do when you're done? Like, yeah. So that scares me. I'm scared he doesn't like what I do, but he does tell me, he's like, I love how passionate you are at what you do and how much you love what you do and how, like, recognized you are in your industry. Like, he thinks that's really cool. And yeah, he does know what Stripper Olympics is. He thinks it's really cool, but he's not going to be in the country for Stripper Olympics. He's going to Beer Fest and wherever that is.
Like in Germany or some shit?
Yeah.
Okay. So. But you may win again. That'd be so sad for him to miss. Also, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a little bit of like, I'm worried about that. I'm just like, oh man, like, I don't want to give up what I love for a guy. And like, it's a deal breaker for me. Mm-hmm. But, and I'm not going to say, oh, well, you know, within the next few years, because that's what I told Justin. I'm like, by the time I'm 30, I want to quit. 30 rolled around and I was like, I'm peaking. Like, I'm at my prime right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not quitting.
Hell to the fuck no. It's so fun right now. I don't know.
Yeah, but
as features.
He does ask me, but maybe he just wants me to, like, I don't want to make excuses for it, but like, he could just be curious because, like, and it is a genuine curiosity when you want to, like, build a life with somebody, because
he might be trying to show support too, but doesn't know how to.
Yeah, and he doesn't know.
Some people just assume that you want out of that, but it's not. You don't want out of that job.
One of his best friends is a stripper. So she's Swiss. She's like from Switzerland.
I was gonna be like, is it Magic? Because Magic is a stripper. He's Australian. Do you all know each other?
No, thank you.
Okay.
So yeah, like, so we are completely different dancers though. Like, by the sounds of it, is like a good hustler, kind of like travels around and does it. Like, she jumps from country to country and does it. Dates guys with a lot of money and a lot of power, and I'm just like, I date solely for love. Yeah. Like, you know, so, and it's like, I don't think that I fall into the categories of strippers. And like, same, we were hanging out with a couple other dancers during Stampede, and he's like, they're always hustling. And I'm like, yes, like, it's so in their nature. Like, they're like, they want VIP, they want free drinks, they don't care who they have to talk to, they're gonna get it. Mm-hmm. And it's because they're hot and they know how to what's it called, oh my God, it's not marketing. They know how to, whatever. They know how to get it.
They know how to profit off their looks, for sure.
Yeah, and they know how to say it and say all the right things.
We should get everything for free when you look this good, this old.
Yeah. But yeah, so he's like, oh yeah, he's like, they're like always out there on it, right? Like, they're always hustling, and I'm like, yeah, those two are, like, most dancers are.
They are.
But I don't find that I'm like that. I'll put it on, like, in Vegas and shit. Fuck yeah. But like, at the Stampede, I'm like, I'm here with my sisters, I'm here with the guy I like, and you know, so it's like, to me, I don't care, I'll pay for my own drinks.
Yeah.
So
truly.
Yeah.
We were at the Nashville tent, and these young bucks came up to me and Megan and were just like hitting on us like hardcore and like getting leading really in close. We're like, okay, you know, asking way too much personal information. It's like, buy us a drink first, is what we said. These guys lost their mind. They're like, you know, like, drinks are fucking $10 each? They're like freaking out. These older gentlemen are laughing at them, being like, if you're going to hit on pretty girls, you have to buy them a drink. And they turn around like, you guys are suckers. They almost got in a fight. They're all yelling at each other, being like, you guys are suckers. Like, all these girls want is a fucking drink, blah, 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 blah. They're trying to con us. And they're like, you went up to them and started hitting on them. You're obviously much younger than them. You're trying to get a phone number or a kiss or a dance or something from them. And all they want is a drink for putting up with your attitude. And you're not going to do that. He's like, do not hit on girls at the fucking Stampede unless you're prepared to at least buy a drink or be a gentleman about it. And yeah, I couldn't even believe it. Like, at the Stampede, it's hard to get a drink. Well, I mean, from them it was, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Ew.
Yeah.
Gross.
Very ew. And like, Megan was getting, like, learning how to swing dance with this guy in a corner, and then at the end he's like grabbing her by the face and trying to kiss her, and she's like,
oh god,
like,
ew.
Struggling to get away from him.
That's so annoying because I love two-stepping because it's generally so innocent. Like I'll two-step with basically anybody, especially if you know how.
Yeah.
And then it's like, hey, thanks for the dance, and like I don't feel like I have someone creepily following me around. It wasn't sexual, like it wasn't anything. Like maybe they'll buy you a drink after, but I don't expect that. They don't expect anything from me. So that's like, ew, that they were trying to kiss her. That's
Very
so gross.
We also were there until like 2 a.m. So that's at the end of the night when everyone was a little bit silly bobilly.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I liked the Nashville tent. I think I went to Crazy Horse or Wild Horse. I think it was Crazy Horse. Nashville, Badlands, and what's the other one? Cowboys. I think Cowboys is my favorite. Cowboys is so fucking fun. And then I really liked Badlands. Badlands was cool.
Yes.
Had lots of like photo ops and stuff. Did you go to that one?
Yes.
Yeah, that one was really cool.
Yeah,
I'd never been to Badlands. I've been to all the other ones prior, like the last few years I've went, but Badlands is the first time I've went because I was like, I don't want to go. It's all ravey. And then I went. I'm like, this place is fucking sick.
It is. It's like a club.
Yeah,
There's
it's
lots
so
of stuff
cool.
to do.
Yeah, there's more to do. There's lots of places to sit. There's more to do. I fucking hate Nashville. The Nashville tent is terrible.
Next year, I'm just going to do the first 3 days and then take the next week off and actually enjoy it because it was too exhausting to do both.
Fair.
And it was like, just like as soon as midnight hit and the Stampede grounds closed, it was like strip Olympics. It was just fucking shoulder to shoulder. You couldn't move. You couldn't even move people over to get through them. There was like one part of the bar where no one was even bothering to leave. If Mia and Sydney Bell left before me because it was so overwhelming, it was overwhelming.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you guys able to were you guys making money on stage at all?
On the last few days, yes. And after midnight, yes. But before midnight, no, not really. But that's like any club. If it's not busy, you're not going to make money, and that's fine. But it was, yes, lucrative, crazy fucking busy, very, 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 very overwhelming, especially with the hats, the big hats that take up all the fucking space, and all the women that came in. There were so many women.
Yeah, but women get in free at Blondies.
Yes. I love that. I actually do like that.
Really?
Yeah.
To be honest, I think that everyone should pay, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a girl. I don't like paying for things.
Yeah, but we also get guest lists at places because we have connections.
True. I yes, and I tell that to people all the time. Like, say my name at the door, you'll get in for free, and it doesn't really count if you're already a woman, I guess. But yeah, no, it was very fun. It was new. I don't know if I want to work it next year just because it was so overwhelming.
Yeah, I heard that. I did hear that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but hey. It's you got to do it once just to find out to see if it's your thing or not.
And I could wear all my Western costumes, so that was really fun.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
But
really
yeah,
awesome.
even Ireland messaged me about that concert she went to with you. You're like, oh, I want someone to go with them. I would rather do that.
Yeah, and how come you?
I was working.
You had a show in between that, or you just wanted to do dances and be around?
It was at 8, right?
9? Was that 9?
Yeah.
I guess you would have had a later show.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, and it'd be hard to leave and then find parking again, get all the way back in, change, and then leave again.
That's so fair, because I was like, it's on at 9, and it would be done by 11, because the Stampede grounds, and it was at the Coca-Cola stage, so the Stampede grounds would have been done at 11, so I'm like, she could probably come back. Mm-hmm. But if you had a show at like 12 or 1, but yeah, I wasn't thinking because I was like half cut, and also I'm not working, so I was just like, you kind of forget about the parking and the getting changed and everything.
Yeah, I would much rather just go enjoy it and wear my little outfits and be seen in my little outfits. I felt like no one really seen me in my little outfits.
Yeah, it was fucking hot though. Some of your outfits had full pants. I'm like, you couldn't.
Oh, it was just for TikTok. If you actually go through the amount of outfits, I think there's 9. Like, I didn't change 9 times. Just 3 of those outfits I didn't wear whatsoever. I just documented it like I was there. TikTok's a lie, everybody. That's the world. Sorry.
That is so fair though, because I was like, if she went out anywhere in that, she was probably dying. That's so beautiful. And I'm like that Playboy bunny one. Oh my God.
I love it. But no, I didn't wear that anywhere near the Stampede grounds.
It would have been so hot. Like, it was so fucking hot.
So hot. And I plan on selling it too. I just want some photos in it. And like, I'm not even in Playboy magazine, so I feel like someone who actually is might buy it. Maybe Crystal or like Angel Bow or some girl from the States or something.
Or someone that does just likes Playboy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I got it on sale. Figured.
Really?
Stampede.
Was it a costume maker that made it, or was like who?
I don't know if they design costumes, but they do design Western wear. It's called Groovy Days.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and they were having a sale for Boxing Day. I've had this outfit forever. I've had it in the back of my closet, and I've been waiting to whip it out.
Amazing.
Yeah. As soon as they confirmed me, you're working Blondies, I fucking threw it in my suitcase. I'm like, yes. I can wear this. It was way too fucking hot to do anything. Almost melted the taxidermy in the back of my car.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like it. And okay, I'm going to Vegas this week, and I looked up the temperature.
You're going to Vegas this week?
I know. Like I took off like the whole summer.
When did you plan this?
Like, I was supposed to be at Shade this week, and I like pulled out 2 weeks ago.
To do what? What's at Vegas?
I'm just going. My roommate broke up with her boyfriend, and we got wine drunk, and we're like, let's go to Vegas. So we're going to Vegas. Yeah. I leave Friday.
And you're in Kelowna next week with us.
Yeah, so I get home from Vegas on Wednesday morning, and I'll start driving back out to Kelowna Wednesday night.
Whoa.
Yeah. I'll stop in between, so I won't be there till Thursday, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Luke,
are you
there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Luke.
Yeah, my dog.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm like 95% bringing him, just because I'm likely going to stay with my guy when I'm done. But he said, like, today, he's like, are you going to bring Luke? And I was like, can I? And he's like, yeah, you can bring him. But the other issue was, it's just like, I want to go out during the day and stuff. And I'm just like, I don't want to leave him like all day. So that was my other thing. So I was like, you're not even going to be there to like hang out with him.
He has a place of his own in Kelowna.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you can have Luke in there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is Luke I know that your guy kind of has a boat situation. Does Luke do well on water?
No, I would not bring him. I would not bring him on the water. I think he would hate it.
Oh, poor guy.
I cannot see him liking it. So, yeah.
Oh, he can come to my place.
Yeah.
I'm staying at Michael's house, and it's dog friendly.
Yeah, he's dog friendly. Yeah. I know. So I'm like kind of torn if I want to bring him, just because I'm like, I don't want to neglect him in any way, because I'm just it's fun. We're going to be on boats and like doing all that stuff, like wine tours. Like, I want to just like do so much stuff while I'm there. So I'm obviously gonna have days where I would have all the time in the world for him, but then there's also days where I don't. So I was kind of considering getting a babysitter while I was out there, but Rover in BC is really expensive. It's like $50 a day, and I'm like, my mom and my sister would gladly watch him, and he's comfortable there. So I'm kind of like torn, because I hate being away from him, but
he's so sweet.
And he loves Kelowna. He loves Kelowna.
He does love Kelowna.
He does. He loves the lake. Like, he doesn't actually like being in the lake. He hates water, but he loves, like, looking at the ducks and stuff. Yeah, he's so sweet. Oh,
he is.
He likes going to all the little coffee shops that we bring him.
I almost like getting home before you, so that I can take him for a little walkie walk.
Yeah, Kruella takes him for a walk if I'm not home first.
Oh, I love that little shithead.
Yeah, he's so sweet.
He fell asleep with me once. I'll remember it forever, Luke.
Oh, yeah. Jolene tried to get him to like come out of my room, and she's like, he just won't come out. Yeah. I'm like, you gotta take him for a walk, and then maybe he'll like get used to you. And she did, and I'm not sure if it helped or not, but
I trust Luke. He didn't like my ex Matt for good reasons.
There was another dancer he didn't like, and he like wouldn't stop fucking barking at her and growling at her. I'm like, this is insane. Like, he's never like this. Just
She's Satan. She's evil. We know that about her. No one does that thing that she did without being evil. I can't say what it is without, her.
But yeah, every time she'd come out of her room or be around him, like, he was losing his mind. And I'm like, this is fucking embarrassing. Like, my dog and his like hackles would go up. Like, I was like, fuck, man. Like,
so cute and
dog
little.
is
You couldn't
upset.
Fight
I'm like, that's why I feel comfortable bringing him to the dance house, and that's why they let me bring him, because he's so chill and likes everybody. And I'm like, well, you're really starting to prove me wrong here. Mm-hmm. But I guess dogs can sense things that we can't, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, they 100% can.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way. Because Bonnie, my dog, only hated one guy ever. And he was the previous owner of a dancing agency I worked for. And he turned out to be sleeping with girls far too young and doing gross things and embezzling money and stealing money from us and like, he was a bad human. He 100% was a bad human. And Bonnie for sure seen that. And I didn't.
Good.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. You try and like make up excuses for like why they're doing that. And you're like, no, they just know.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
When did Luke meet your ex?
You had a birthday party, housewarming party.
Oh,
over COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my ex was there, and like he would come up to me, and then every time my ex was near me, he'd back off. And you're like, I don't know, he usually likes people. I'm like, I think it's because I'm being too aggressive, because I kept coming at him, being like, come here, puppy, I just want to kiss you. But yeah, no. And then as soon as my ex and I left, he goes, oh, that Justin guy, I really like him, because he went on that rant about how he didn't like that you were showing your full bits. And he's like, I like that.
Stripper Olympics.
I like that about him. I'm like, you both are dating strippers and you both like that you guys are ranting about how we show our bits and how you don't like it isn't a good thing.
Yeah, ew.
Yeah, big ew. So
Big ick. Yeah.
yeah.
That is a huge ick. Fuck off. Don't date a stripper and then be like, I hate how she is naked.
Yeah, she shows her butthole. That is vile.
Yeah, wow.
Sir, you've seen it.
Yeah.
You've licked it, for fuck's sake. Take it in. Oh, sorry. Speaking of,
Licking buttholes?
yes, is he good in bed?
Yes, he's extremely good at bed. Yes, he is.
I love that for you.
Yes, he's very good. Yes.
Love that for you. Love that for you. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it keeps getting better. So, yeah, he's very good.
Does he think you're good?
I think so, yeah.
I guess guys wouldn't really tell you, like, oh, yeah, you need work.
No, he tends to tell me how great it is. So.
I've only slept with one Sagittarius, and that's, I think, the only thing he was good at for me was bed.
Really?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the second Sag I've slept with, but the first one was, he was really good in bed, but like, he was so jealous when I was in Thailand. It was that guy that was like really jealous when I was in Thailand. Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, God. He was so... I wasn't seeing him for very long. We were not serious at all. Like, not even a little bit. And that was... I wasn't going to head there anyway, but he was very much like, I don't want to be in a relationship, blah, 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 I'm sleeping with other people. But then he would just get so possessive and protective. It's like he could do whatever he wanted, but like fuck, I could.
Yeah, that's
like,
the
and I was
issue.
just like, yo, dude. Like, and he was projecting so much shit. I wouldn't be doing it. I wouldn't even be doing anything. Like, usually I see one person at a time. Like, I don't have time. If I like you and I think the sex is good and I like hanging out with you, mm-hmm. I don't really feel the need to be sleeping with more than one person, and unless like we're in two totally different like area codes type thing. Like my situation a couple summers ago when I had a guy in Kelowna and a guy in Edmonton, I spent months in Kelowna and then months in Edmonton. It's like, obviously I'm going to be sleeping with two different people.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But in this case, it was like, I'm always in Edmonton. And so, yeah, I'm just going to consistently see you. But he was always accusing me of being with other people and stuff. And I'm just like, I'm not. But I think he was, yeah, jealous and insecure and
projecting. He was probably with someone that wasn't as fun in bed or didn't fulfill him the way that you did, and then instantly, as soon as the date was over, would be like, "What's she doing? Why isn't she messaging me?"
Yeah. So he was so fucking annoying. But he was a Sagittarius, and so when my guy told me he was a Sag, I was a little bit like, please don't be anything like him.
Sagittarius, I've heard, are like bad at commitment, deciding what they actually want, things like that. Like they think they know what they want, but they don't, and then they just recommit. But I'm a Sagittarius rising, and I really also relate to that. Like, I think I know what I want, and then when I'm getting it, I'm like, this is what I want. Like, I very much am like that too. And I think I know I have commitment issues. Like, I know. It took me so long to fucking find a place to live, to figure out if I wanted to live in Kelowna or Edmonton. Like, so, yeah. If I wanted to travel more, like when I'm going to quit dancing, like I just can't fucking commit to anything. So, I don't know. Truly.
Yeah, so it's like not just people, it's just like things in my life. Because you just don't know. I'm like, I don't want to like make this decision and then like regret it. Because there's so many times where I'll make like, I'm like, you know what, just make the decision, and you make an impulse decision, and then you're like, fuck.
This sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I I don't think that dating Michael is an impulse decision, but it feels like it. It feels like it happened so fucking quick, but it didn't happen that quick.
No, I don't think that 2.5 months. I think that's a decent amount of time to get to know somebody before like deciding you're in a relationship. It's just too fast for me.
Yeah.
But like in the past, I feel like, I think like with Justin, it took me about 3 months, and then I knew we moved in after 3 months of being. So it took us about 3 months to make it official, and then about 3 months to move in with each other. So it was kind of like, I think 3 months is a good 2.5, 3 months is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, everyone's different, and like, okay, so say it was an impulse decision and you don't like it. Like, what's the difference between having the conversation that we no longer are seeing each other or breaking up? Because when I told you that I was like, if I'm in a relationship with you, to me, we're getting married.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you don't see it necessarily that way, then what's the difference?
I do only want to date if it's super serious, and that's why it's scary to me is that like it is that way, but I don't know, it doesn't feel exactly real yet. It's weird because like I do know that I really want to move that way with him. Mm-hmm. But like in the back of my head, I'm like, I'm moving too quick. He's gonna fuck up. You know, there's gonna be something like it's just like a lot of the what ifs in the back of my head that I definitely need to get over. But I don't fucking know.
Well,
I don't know. It's so fucking terrifying and annoying.
Put it like this: be like, when you buy a plant, do you buy this plant to like you're gonna live? I'm gonna take care of you, and you're gonna grow big and strong, and I'm gonna take you everywhere with me. Or do you like, I'm not really going to take care of you. You're probably going to die.
I usually care for the plant.
Yeah, so it's like, that's like a relationship. Like, you water it, you like move it to the sun, you like replant it when it needs to be replanted. And like when you move, like, you know, when like big changes happen, sometimes it's like it takes an adjustment period, but like
they might lose a few leaves.
Yeah, like, you know, but then it gets big and strong again. Like, you don't give up on it just because it's kind of dying. Because like you made
some plans I have though, but that's also
that's some relationships, and it's reflective of the relationship. Period. How well did you take care of it? Like, how well did you try to bring it back to life? Mm-hmm. How strong of a plant?
And sometimes it's no matter what I can do, it's the surroundings.
It doesn't like like you don't have the environment that's meant for this plant. So it's like a relationship is like a plant.
Yeah. I don't know. Watering someone else is new and scary to me when I've been watering myself for so long.
Yeah.
That, like I almost don't, I want to continue to be selfish, and I totally still can be as long as it remains long distance. And that's why I like it. So
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I don't know. In my head, I feel like with the way that my mom talks and the way that he talks, it's very like, eventually we're going to have to be together that way. It's like, does it have to happen that way? Does it have to happen soon? No.
It definitely doesn't have to happen soon. Mm-hmm. And then if he's talking about it like that, like it's a conversation that you obviously have to have, but it doesn't necessarily have to happen.
Yeah.
So if there's things that you want in your life, then you can have them. And you just have to find someone that's like, there was a person that told me, they're like, I just don't want you to be picky. Like you're never going to find a good person if you're too picky or you have all these expectations and all these things. And I'm like, I would rather be single for the rest of my life than to settle.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like, there's things in my life that are deal breakers and like things that I need in my life. And if a person coming into my life if there's needs and deal breakers, that's it. You can compromise, but there's needs and deal breakers. So
I feel like I just felt my Botox hit. Sorry, I got Botox today and my eyebrow went. No, yeah, I get that. I don't feel like I'm compromising anything yet. That's what scares me. But
yeah, you don't know what the compromises are yet. But it's probably going to be your time and money to see each other.
I kind of honestly not resent in any way, shape, or form, but I love that like phase that like, oh my God, are we going to date? Are we like the like playing hard to get, the like all of it. It happened so easily, and so there was lots of harmony. It was just easy. We just get each other. Like, it was just easy. And I kind of miss that, like, toxic, like, chasing. Does he actually like me? He never objectified me, like, for the first few weeks. Like, I never even caught him checking me out. And I'm like, dude, I'm hot. Look at my tits. Like, I'm in a fucking bikini in front of you and you don't want to look at my ass? He would when I wasn't looking, but like, it all seemed so easy and calm, and that is not what I'm used to, and I know that's what's healthy.
Yeah.
And I know that's what's normal, but yeah, the back part of my head's like, I wish I chased him longer. I wish I felt more uneasy about it, but I don't.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm telling you right now, it's like, my guy is very reassuring. Like, always, if I have that feeling where I'm like, oh, I don't know, like maybe he doesn't feel the same or whatever, and then all of a sudden I'll get like a text message or he'll say or do something that like completely gets rid of and it's so weird because as soon as I think that, it's like I get the message. Like, I really feel like the universe is like, when I do feel uneasy, he makes me feel not, even though it's like he doesn't even have to be around to like know that I'm feeling uneasy. I don't say anything or do anything. I don't act different. It's just like he'll randomly send me this like really nice text that like reassures me, and I'm like, wow, like this is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's very exciting. It's very exciting.
It's exciting. It's scary. I'm excited to see where it goes. I like, as soon as I post them online, that's when I really get uneasy. I just like, in my head, I'm like, I'm making an ass of myself, and eventually it's gonna go bad, and everyone's gonna be like, oh, there's another Kevin.
Yeah.
3-month relationship, posting all these pictures, looking all good and hot and tattooed together, and then gone.
You know what? I think when people post like these long, like, oh, I love you so much, you're everything to me, I've waited forever to find you, like these fucking things when they haven't been together very long.
So cringy.
That's cringy, and then all of a sudden they've broken up. That is annoying, but like posting pictures and falling in love is okay. Like, fuck what people say and think. Like, they're fucking jealous.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to tell you right now, anyone who's ever said anything like that, I can see the jealousy, like, so fucking in that, because it's like, it's okay to love. It's okay to get your heart broken. It's okay for things not to work. So what? You're living your life. Like, you wear your heart on your sleeve, and like, you're not scared to get hurt. You're not scared to jump 2 feet in, as long as you're not being stupid and writing fucking paragraphs about people that you don't even know anything about. You can post a picture. You can be having fun. It's fine. Like, just because you posted pictures and stuff with Kevin doesn't make me think like, oh yeah, you rush into relationships and stuff like that. I think it's amazing that you can just have a 6-month boyfriend.
He wasn't even 6 months. He was 4. And it's like, because we looked so good together. That's it. He loved that shit, and I love that shit. So we thought, like, oh, fuck it. You know, like, you like photo shoots and dressing up. I like photo shoots and dressing up. What's the harm of... The only harm, I got to tell everybody, my only piece of advice, if you want to do a photo shoot with your new boyfriend within the first 6 months, and you want to dress all cool, and you want to be all cool, and you want to buy a fucking motel or take your car out or do something cool and pay for a photographer, get solo shots.
You didn't get any, hey?
I not a single fucking one from the first 3 or 4 photo shoots. And everyone was like, you guys look so insane. Oh, you guys were so happy. I'm like, no, we just looked really good together.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. No.
Well, that's okay. Like, also, it's like if you're in a relationship with someone, you learn pretty fast what you like and you don't like, and then you learn from that too, right? So,
yeah, I hate everything and everyone.
But I'm into like posting, like, if people want to follow your life, they can follow your life. If they don't like what they say, they don't need to fucking follow it.
Truly.
Like, there's people that choose to only post what they want people to see, or like it's like, no, I'm not going to post until like we're official, or I've been with this person for however long. It's like, but if you want to, then you can. That's fine.
I told him I'm not posting him on my story for at least 6 months.
That's
or
so
like
funny.
on my actual like feed, wherever the fuck it's called. Like, he's on my little clips or whatever at the top.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but yeah, like I'm not doing that again.
So we've posted each other on our stories and like reposted it. I thought it was really cute because he was the first one to post me. I never posted him because like I'm just like,
that's a big deal.
I know. It's such a green flag because like in the past, like when I've been traveling with people, they like, we won't even be seeing each other, but we'll take a picture or I'll take a picture and I'll post it and they won't repost it. I'm like, why didn't you repost that? They're like, because I'm seeing other people. And I was like, okay, we're not seeing each other though. And they're like, yeah, well, they might think we are. And I was like, it made me feel so icky. I'm like, that feels so fucking gross.
Yeah.
And even if you are seeing other people, like, it's also leading people on too. It's like, if we're seeing each other and you're seeing, like, I wouldn't get mad if you posted with other girls. Like, I don't want to be in the dark about this shit.
Yeah.
But I'm not like everybody. But yeah, he was posting with me all the time. And okay, green flags. Posts me all the time. He posts me first, tags me, and I reshare it. And then I started kind of doing it once in a while too. Okay, that was a green flag. Also, that girl that he was casually seeing, he ended it with her that weekend after we hung out. Third, and my fucking favorite green flag, his explore page on Instagram is dogs and snowboarding. Border collies in particular.
He does look like, yes, absolutely. He looks like the border collie type, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's so funny because I'm like, he's not a golden retriever. Like, he doesn't have golden retriever energy, but he kind of does. And then when he told me that he's obsessed with border collies, I'm like, border collie energy, 100%.
Do you think that, like, on TikTok, it's really big right now that obviously it's not golden retriever exclusive. Border collie definitely goes under that category, but that the best relationships are black cat and a dog-like personality.
Yeah, golden retriever, black cat. I was thinking about this because I was like, do you see me as a black cat? Yeah?
I see you as a black cat.
Yeah?
Yes. I see my boyfriend definitely as a golden retriever. The way I act towards him is definitely black cat, but I know I'm golden retriever when I'm at work most of the time.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a golden. It's so weird because
I don't
feel
think
like
you're a golden retriever ever.
Me?
No.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're always black cat.
Really? Okay. Okay, I like that because he definitely has that like border collie energy, golden retriever. But I do like golden retrievers. I think they're fucking incredible. But sometimes they're a bit much.
Yeah.
So I like he's a border collie. I'm a black cat. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. I was thinking that though. I'm like, am I a golden retriever though? I didn't know if I was a golden retriever because I'm super nice and giving and like needy. So I thought maybe I was, but so are cats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I do think that it does kind of take the border collie, golden retriever, black cat energy. I think so. I think someone needs to wear the pants in the relationship like a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I did find like at Stampede when both of us didn't really know, like, do you want to do this? We're like, maybe that. And like, we're trying to figure it out. It was just easier for me to be like, we're doing this. Mm-hmm. Like, let's not think about it. Let's just fucking
But even saying that it's not solely your consideration in your head, black cat consideration is also, you know how everyone feels about everything, and you're just going to make the fucking decision because everyone's all like having fun. There's lights and there's explosions and everyone's having fun. You're the black cat. You know what everyone enjoys. Here's the best decision. Let's go do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair. And like, even if it's not the right decision, it's like, well, someone had to fucking flip a coin.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I didn't like that. I think definitely I don't like when neither of us can make a decision. I'm like, we need to make a decision. Like, I'm definitely the one that's like, no. So, but I do like when he plans things. So I don't know if that's black cat energy or not. But
I think that is very much golden retriever energy. I've had that energy in a relationship before where it's like, you like this, let's do this. Oh, you like this, I'm going to plan this and we'll do this.
Okay.
Like, they may have been the one paying for it, but I was always the one that was like planning it. And it was always with their idea first. Mm-hmm. But I love that golden retriever and just excited to please. Like,
yeah, he very much is. Yeah, like yeah, he's very sweet. I am very excited about this. And as I said, I was a little bit nervous to talk about it, but the thing is like, if I get hurt, like, you guys are along for the ride. So
yeah. Everyone's going to witness it. It'll be all over the podcast. I love that before dating him, every Tinder date I went on with was like, don't talk about me on your podcast. I'm like, you're not fucking important enough.
Yeah.
Like, I would never talk about every single date I went on. Absolutely not. But the guys who are actually important and actually leave a mark, or might leave a mark, or are staying, who knows, I'll talk about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the thing. It's like, I don't want to share too much of his life just because I don't know how he feels about that stuff. But, how he makes me feel, I'm fine with sharing and stuff. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully that was some good insight for you guys on what it's like to date feature entertainers within Alberta, because like we're both different types of girls. Again, like you said, we don't have the hustle mentality all the time and everything, and we're very emotional. We like to make smart decisions, but hopefully that gives some insight into what it's like to date us, at least. A little personal info for you guys, a little
well, I think
look in the box.
It is interesting because like it's funny that like people get entertainment out of like what we're going through, because I don't think like it's funny. I had two girls that go to Tofield. They went to Tofield School. They were a lot younger than me. See me at the Pinocchio Rodeo. Shout out, girlies. And Maddie and Emily, to be specific. Hi, girls.
That's my real name. What's up?
And they were like, we love your podcast. We love how it's relatable, and it's like it's crazy to think that you guys go through like similar things that we do. And because people don't always see us as like real people, or like, do you ever see someone hot and you're like, how the fuck did someone ghost you? How did someone cheat on you?
Yes.
And it's like, it just blows your mind. So yeah, I think it's cool to like also shed light that like, we're just normal bitches. We just take our clothes off for a living.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever even been hot on the podcast. So I can't really say that I'm a hot girl, but I am, I promise.
Well, hopefully most people are just listening to it, not watching it. I thought that on the way here. I'm like, I've been golfing all day and like...
Golfing? He took you golfing?
Yeah.
Ooh, and seeing new things, doing new things.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, hope you guys had a great time listening to us gab about... We were going to talk about what it's like to date long distance, but more or less we just talked about our lives, like always.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Tip your dancers. Be safe. Wear a condom. Wear a helmet.
Wear a helmet.
Wear your seatbelt. Have a great night.
Peace.
Bye.